Could you tell us a few things that you learned specifically during the Sundance Screenwriters Lab about the craft of screenwriting?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we learned so many things and it's so intense, but one of the takeaways for me was don't forget. And that's don't forget why you got into this in the first place, and it's don't forget what inspired you about this story. For my feature Man-Child, I've been through so many drafts over years, and working with the advisors there who all have amazing experiences. A lot of the whole lab is about coming together and getting back to the original inspiration and sort of blocking out more of the industry influences and sort of, there's a lot of entrepreneurship that you need to keep in mind as a screenwriter, but sometimes that can sort of take over your life and start driving the creative side of things. So that's really what the lab is about. It's all about the creative, and that was a wonderful experience.
It's great. Any specifics about the craft that really were clarified for you in this whole intensive experience?
Yeah, I think at their core, films are about emotion, and the things that I've done over so many drafts is it's like shuffling so many cards, looking at the index card wall and making sure that everything works and fits together like a puzzle. But somehow in that process you can sort of lose the core of who your protagonist is, or the vulnerability that he has, and maybe the structure is then driving the character as opposed to vice versa. So having workshopped it and done so many revisions, it was great to sort of look at it just from his perspective and get back to that and let that drive the events and the third act and all the things that come once you really know your protagonist.
So would you say it's fair to say that the experience really helped you refocus your script to focus on character and character driving the structure rather than vice versa?
Absolutely. My protagonist is a 13-year-old, and it's easy to write your protagonist as you, and I'm not 13, so there's certain elements of kind of getting back to what it is to be a kid and figuring out how that's very different. And I think my character had become older and older the more I wrote him. So it's kind of going to be going back and looking at trying to look at the world through the eyes of a 13-year-old again, which should be a fun experience.